All right, let me see. I think we are good to go. All right. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Sorry Loki's over here getting all excited. I'm happy to be back. It has been a while since we've done a nice live stream here. It was definitely a busy time in Vegas, but I'm happy to be back. Had a good time there. I met one of you guys out there, which was fantastic. I need to do more of that out here in Washington and when I go on my trips here. So get ready for more than that. I had a really good time. So, a few things before we kind of get down to the chill factor here. This stream will probably be like an hour and a half long. I'm still kind of in a daze over, still tired from all this stuff I had to do in Vegas. And like, surprise, surprise, I get back last night and my sister says she wants to come over to the house. So my sister is also here. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. But today I thought while we were chilling, we could talk about the jobs numbers that came out because they were just they were a disaster here, frankly, but we'll go in more into depth about them because the Wall Street's not taking them seriously because of the hurricanes. We're also going to be talking about what cryptocurrency coins are moving, what people are talking about as far on X and Twitter, what's happening there, and then we're going to be breaking down all the technical analysis, and then we're going to be looking at some trades here. You guys know I've opened up some trades on BYD over the last few weeks. We're going to check on those. And then we're going to be opening up some new trades as well to kind of see what's happening amongst all of the exchanges that we're kind of working with right now because there was a lot of trades to be made. And right now, with the market freaking everybody out, of course, I still think it's an opportunity to be buying here. So, hey, Viller, happy to see you. Tim, as always. Kilo, happy to see my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. I said Viller. There you go. Michael, happy to see my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Thanks for moderating as always. And Duran, happy to see you. And Sony, happy to see all of you guys here. So this is interesting. So we're going to be playing some videos and stuff today. So I actually got my headphones all ready. There we go. Oh, and I forgot. Yeah. Loki's back from the kennel. He's having a good time here. Basically, he had a fun time, but I'd prefer it if he was here, right? So he's going to run off. I'm going to take a quick sip of water here while we get ready for this right here, or maybe this is the better view. There we go. Right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is the jobs report that we saw today. I thought this was pretty interesting. I was just kind of in like shock of like, damn, this is not too good. You can even see in the bottom here, or you can't see, but in the bottom underneath the video, all of these media agencies are trying to, I don't really want to say it, like, they're trying to tell you what's wrong with it, so you can't just like see the bad number. And this example is the U.S. economy added just 12,000 jobs in October, impacted by hurricanes and Boeing strike. It was more than that because the previous months also got revised. So something definitely is happening right now, and it's definitely not a good thing, right? So sip of water, then we're going to push play here to look at the jobs report.
October jobs report. Rick Santelli has that number. He will in about a second. Hey, Rick.
Yes. The big jobs report, and the prophecy came true. Jobs light, 12,000 in non-farm payroll. That is the lightest going back to December of 2020.
December of 2020. That is absolutely insane. That was kind of at the height of the pandemic. If you remember, the jobs started getting really bad back in March, but we were losing jobs. So it kind of shows how bad this month really was. Again, there are factors here. I'm not going to disagree that hurricanes played a part, the Boeing strike played a part, but 12,000 jobs in a month? That's not good.
And partially explained, of course, by storms, hurricanes, and strikes, but there's more.
Partially is going to be the big word here because this is going to be a narrative we have to talk about for the next few months here because all of a sudden, is this going to continue what's happening here, etc., right?
More nuance to come. If you look at what the unemployment rate is, that remained at 4.1. So people are going to scratch their heads. Hey, lousy jobs report, why 4.1? Because the rate comes from the household survey, and the household survey counts those that are off work, absent due to strikes and storms. So they're counted as employed. It remains at 4.1%. Now, let's look at the average hourly earnings month over month. They remain sticky, up 0.4. I would think that's a good thing. We're expecting a 0.3 number, and in the rearview mirror, the 0.4 was revised to 0.3. Now, if we look at year-over-year perspective, it also remained at 4%. 4% was the original release last month. That was downgraded just like the month over month to 3.9. So it's hotter technically, but as expected and prior to revision, it was equal to last month. Now, if you look at the work week, 34.3, it built a little bit more in. It went from 34.2 to 34.3. And last month, a revision, late revision. So it moves up from 0.2 to 0.3. It equals that. Why is that so important? Sometimes less hours worked has a tendency to kind of artificially boost wages. And finally, let's look at the labor force participation rate. 62.7 expected, 62.7 in the rearview mirror, but it comes in participation light, 62.6, which equals where we were in June. To find a lighter number, you have to go to the month before that, to May. And finally, the underemployment rate. 4.1 is called U3. That's the normal employment rate we use in all data. The underemployment rate, known as U6, comes in at 7.7, where it was last month. To find a higher number, you'd have to go to August when it was 7.9. So we have made some progress there. The market's very volatile. We've seen a trade.
Okay, so a few things here. You guys can see at the bottom right here. Even with the hurricanes, even with the Boeing strike, the government was expecting still to have 100,000 jobs. They knew all of this stuff was happening, and they were expecting 100,000 jobs. But in reality, what we got was 12,000 jobs. And the reason I bring this up is because what they had to do is, you guys know, when they get more data, they have to revise things, or if they make a mistake, they have to revise it to kind of give a more accurate number so everybody can say, oh, this was what really happened. Let's adjust accordingly. Well, again, last month and the month before were revised lower. So the last 2 months we thought we had more jobs. We really didn't. And where I think this becomes a concern for us down the road here is it's 12,000 jobs. Would you guys be surprised if we come back next month and they revise that to negative jobs? We actually lost jobs in the month of October. Or excuse me, September? No, it's October. Yeah, sorry. Jesus, November already. Would you guys be surprised by that? I wouldn't. And that would probably be the first time we've lost jobs in probably, since the height of COVID here. So things are kind of getting a little bit wacky. I have a few friends that work for Boeing. They're going to be voting on another strike plan here, I believe, Monday. I don't know if it's going to pass. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But that should help the jobs market just a little bit here. And I don't think we're expecting any more hurricanes. I don't know if we are, but I don't think we are. So we'll have to wait and see. The last two hurricanes we had, obviously, that hitting the south were just absolutely disasters. It was just a bad experience for everybody. I think there's people that are still affected by them, obviously, right now. So hopefully they get the help they need. Yeah, but so the jobs is just where I wanted to start off right now. It's definitely not good news. There's a lot of spin going on right now. But remember, amongst all the spin, the government knew about the hurricanes. The government knew about the strikes, right? And remember, we had port strikes a little bit as well. And still, they expected 100,000 jobs. And what we got for now, because there could always be revisions, was 12,000 jobs. That's not the best of signs. What I wanted to do here, and I couldn't find it earlier, but every now and again, CNBC updates their what do you want to call it? Their website here. So I'm going to go over here to cnbc.com very fast. Push this over. And then I'm going to look right here for the jobs report. There we go. Yep, they always add this little story here. Here's where the jobs are for October. I love these because it just kind of gives you guys a visual representation of what's happening. So there we go. This is what you guys can see. Healthcare and social assistance up 53,000. Government up 40,000. Wholesale trade up 10,000. Construction up 8,000. Construction still doing very, very well. Remember, we passed the infrastructure bill a few years ago. That is still helping out jobs in construction. That was a good bill right there. Led a little bit of inflation, but still a good bill. Information up 3,000 jobs. Mining and logging up 1,000. Financial activities 0. Interesting right there. Wall Street's not really doing much. Utilities down. Transportation and warehousing down. Leisure and hospitality down. That's interesting right there as well. Retail trade down 6.4 thousand, manufacturing down 46,000, professional and business services down 47,000. So you do see a lot of movement there. Now for manufacturing, that is of course because of some Boeing workers and things like that. If you guys were to go, how many Boeing workers on strike? I didn't type it in. 33,000 members on for Boeing is on strike. Now, 33,000. According to the New York Times. Well, manufacturing right here is down 46,000. So they're still losing jobs here, okay? And I think that's because of the hurricanes, because of the strikes, people don't want to admit that. Again, we do have a major presidential election coming up, so people are being a little bit more sensitive about this. But 33,000, and we lost 46,000. That is a big thing right there. And then one other thing here. I don't think... Let's see if I can find this. I'm going to type this in, but I'm just going to change it from October to September and see if I can find the one from last month. There we go. See, using the noggin right here. So there you go. Again, manufacturing was down 7,000 last time as well. Transportation and warehousing down 8.6 thousand. That's still having an impact, guys. It's still going in the wrong direction. It's not just because of the hurricanes and stuff like that. It's still an issue. Now I'm going to do this one more time. We're going to go from September. We're going to go to August. Now, I don't know if they're going to still have these articles up here, but I do want to see. Yeah, they are. They're good. Now, I think if we go down a little bit more, they should have it, right? Manufacturing was down 24,000 jobs here. So manufacturing is struggling quite a bit here. They can say it's just because of the hurricanes. This is a trend that is getting worse. It is not getting better. And, again, we need to figure out a way to fix this. I don't exactly know how. I'm not an economist and that type of stuff, but we do see manufacturing going down, but a lot of stuff still seems to be strong, right? That's how come the economy is still huffing and puffing. We're still going okay. We're still cutting rates by 25 basis points probably coming up next week, but things aren't in a tailspin, right? And then one last thing here, we are going to go back just a little bit further. I just want to see if they have it. July. And of course, a lot of these have been revised down, so these numbers might actually be worse. There we go. Last one. And for this one, manufacturing was actually up 1,000. So it was only recently that you've actually seen manufacturing really start to take a little bit of a tumble, which is, again, people feel that, right? Information was down a lot more, but healthcare and social care, that's what's hiring. That's probably why you see so many people putting their money into those particular different types of stocks. Okay, so we're going to be done with that for now. Go over here to coinmarketcap.com. And how about before 2020 numbers? It'll been a while before that. Remember, the Trump economy was doing pretty well because of the tax cuts that did spur growth. I guess it was kind of an interesting thing because the taxes were cut, but because taxes were cut, you saw more businesses onshore in America, so there was overall more revenue because America was more competitive across the world, which was, again, interesting, but it didn't necessarily transfer as much as we probably wanted to see more people making money, in the day-to-day business stuff. So it was a pretty good trade-off because the government was making more money, I guess. Thinking of Trump here, he wants America to be profitable as a company, if you will. So that's kind of where his priorities were. But yeah, so far it's probably going to be like 2000. It would have been a while, man. I'd have to actually look back on that. Let me see. Perhaps if we did jobs report, trading, economics. So yeah, United States non-farm payrolls. We can go last 10 years. 12,000. Let's go last 5 years. It's so hard. There we go. 6,000. So the last time it was this bad was back in 2020. We were just talking about that, right? To go back before that, though. Okay, that'd be April of COVID, where we lost all those jobs. March of 2020, so lost all those jobs. Let me go back over here a little bit. There we go. February of 2019. February of 2019. Remember, this is about the time where we were starting to feel the rate hikes actually hit the economy. If you guys recall, back in 2007, I think it was back to 2018, we actually started to raise interest rates. And the market freaked out, which is why if you go look at a lot of charts from back in 2018, 2019, you see the stock market just kind of go sideways or like have these really crazy volatile moves. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about right here with the NASDAQ. right? This is 2023. We've been through that. 2022, that was chaotic. But right over here, back in 2018, we had this big old drop. Again, it's nothing compared to some of the crazy stuff we've seen over here, but this is, you know how much money we printed up here. It's a little bit different now. But this little jolt right here that we had, that was because of rising interest rates. We had the jobs number come down quite a bit, and you can kind of see some of the bad stuff happening. I will say there's always a little bit more of a lag here. So when you see this is like 2019, February. This number here, when we actually bottomed, was December, but 2018. So the number actually came way back over here. I can find it way over here. Again, once the rate cut started to hit, and you'll see like us, we were actually doing fine for a while. Then we got kind of get those hits right there. All right, let me go back over here very fast. We'll look at NASDAQ and other stuff in a little bit. Get to Bitcoin. All right, so the tokens that are making some moves today, we're looking okay here, guys. I'll pull out the technical analysis in a minute, but generally speaking, things are fine. I think altcoins are more perilous than Bitcoin right now, but altcoins provide much more of an opportunity for like quick money, as always, right? So we're going to be doing some dollar cost averaging a little bit here. I'm going to open up BYD, fine. We're just going to kind of get into it. Maybe adding another $500 into different altcoins here. We're going to be averaging down on a couple of them. I don't think we're going to, we probably will average up on one of them as well, but we'll kind of see what happens then. But overall, let's take a peek. Last 24 hours, Bitcoin is this really accurate? Because it doesn't feel like Bitcoin's accurate for the last, are we? Yeah, we could be pretty much the same spot. Yeah, we could be there. Okay, I see what it's trying to do. Let me do a quick refresher just to make sense. Yeah, okay. It's just the past few days have been pretty bad. I guess right now it's not terrible. But let's put this into perspective. Last 30 days, Bitcoin is up 13-14%. Last 30 days, Ethereum is up 5%. BNB is up 4-5%. Solana is up 17%. Again, I've been telling you guys about Solana. It's been a really good mover so far. Dogecoin is up 52%. And guess what? Dogecoin is outperforming Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin this year. It's outperforming them all. People still make fun of Dogecoin every now and again because it had such a historic drop, of course, because of the Elon Saturday Night Live type of thing, and plus it just kind of went parabolic, which means it has to come down a lot more. But Dogecoin's up 80% year to date, and it's up 20% in the last 7 days. So you know what? The critics aren't making money off of this one. Tron is up 8% last 30 days. ADA is up 4%. TON is actually down 7%, which is interesting. Shiba's up 7%, kind of close to Bitcoin. Dogecoin on year to date. AVAX is down quite a bit. Chainlink is up a little bit, 5%. Bitcoin Cash and so forth. So you can see there's some green in here, especially on the monthly charts. But you can see there's actually a lot of red in here too. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah, there's still a lot of red actually here. Actually, look at this. Look at the year to date right here. There's still a lot of red over here too. So one of the things I'm looking for here is meme coins that have been having a good, strong year. That's pretty much what I'm doubling down into. And there's a bunch of different versions of that, as you guys know. I mean, we've talked about so many meme coins here. I've tried all these meme coins from like the larger market caps, which I'm still holding. I have the micro cap ones that have just launched, and I'm just testing it out to see what's going to happen. And, to be fair, I think I'm like, I think I'm like 0 for 10, like brand new meme coins. I think I'm 0 for 10. So I have not been having the best luck with any of that stuff. So I might try a little bit more, but I think I like the ones that have been established enough to join an exchange, even if they have a low market cap. Once they're on an exchange, they seem to have a much better opportunity or a chance of going big, if that makes sense. So instead of putting $10 into like a $50,000 market cap coin that maybe never pops off, or $1 million one, I'd rather just put like $50 into a $50 million market cap one with a chance it goes higher, right? It just works in my head better, and I don't have to see me lose $10 after $10 after $10 and stuff like that, right? And hey, Max, hope you had a blast in Vegas and that Tiger Pit looked ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It was such a great time. I actually met one of the subscribers, one of you subscribers over there. One of you guys was nice enough to treat me to breakfast, and I really did enjoy it. Learned a lot about the guy. Don't want to say his name without permission and stuff, but yeah, very, very nice guy. Taught me a little bit about gambling too, which I had no idea about, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I am going to try to hang out with you guys more when I go. The thing about this Vegas trip here, and I'll talk about it a little bit more when we start going over to Twitter and stuff. Well, actually, yeah, hold on a second here. Let me just finish this up. If you go to memes very fast, again, there's only so many that have higher market caps. Look at the year to date and look at the last 30 days compared to like the onslaught of the top 100 we saw, which had a lot of red in there and a lot of green. There was surprisingly a lot more red than I thought. So go over here to Dogecoin. Dogecoin's up. Pepe's down. Dog with Hat's basically even. Bonk is down. Popcat is up a little bit more. You know, all these are doing pretty well. I don't know why Book of Meme, Baby Doge, and Meme Coin aren't showing here. I really don't know. But Dogs is down. But look how much more green is here relative to all the red we saw on the main page. Altcoins are outperforming most other things, if you ask me. So I'm just looking to chill out here, buy some of the stuff as it comes up. Some of the stuff you can only buy like on a BYDFi or buy on a Weeks or buy on a like a ZoomX, you know, like the ones that sponsor my channel. I like those exchanges because they do have those low market cap tokens. But I mean, some of them are so small, you can only buy them on crypto.com and spot. You can't even do leverage trading on them, right? That's why every time you click on one of these things, you're trying to figure out what market it's in. That's why you have the little perpetual symbol on top, or you have the spot symbol, because some exchanges only have them on spot and some places only have them perpetual. And if a lot of you guys, maybe you guys don't want to do a lot of day trading or swing trading on these tokens, which I completely understand. Maybe some of you guys just want to hold and take that, like, you know, 198% profit, 58%, whatever it comes down to, you guys can make that profit. That's what I've done with Moo Dang. My Moo Dang is up over 100% right now, and I got real lucky with that stuff. But for other people, it's up thousands of percent, right? But look at this. Look at all the green here. I mean, there's some red here. Look, you can even see a patch of red, but there's still plenty of green mixed in with the rest of it. It's not like it just stays red, right? So I am pretty happy with what I'm seeing here. And again, once we get down to this level, you know, on the top 100 memes, we're already down to like $17 million market cap. So all the meme coins you really care about, they're all on this first page when you go to coinmarketcap.com. So again, we'll be talking about this more and more and more. I'm going to be making a portfolio for all of us here. I'm actually in the late stages of that, which is going to be pretty good. So just keep that in mind, right? Do I use the moon phases, and how does that correlate? I do not use moon phases at all. I know I've been trading full time for a hot minute here, and I've just never had to use them. I have seen people talk about them. I just can't put it together in my head, so I just kind of gave up on it. But I've seen a lot of people talking about it on X. They seem to have large followings, so they must be doing something correct. But as long as people are making money, I mean, go for it. It's not going to hurt to me, if I hear somebody talking about the moon phases or the sun phases or something like that, when it comes to Bitcoin, like, if everything I see says buy in my personal, like, trading mind, I'm going to buy. But if the moon signals say like, oh, it's a buy, I'll just be that much more confident. If the moon signals say sell, you know, I'm going to keep buying depending on what the charts tell me to do, not so much the moon signals. But, you know, it could correlate to certain things, you know, like, you know, different, I don't know, it could correlate to certain things, you know, towards certain times of the month, maybe traders act differently. It could be something like that. I have no idea. But yeah. So, as far as Vegas was concerned, it was absolutely a fantastic time. I really did enjoy it. Let me go over here to YouTube, and I'll just pull up one of the videos here. We don't have to listen to it or anything. Let me see if I can go right here to news. Go to my channel. It was definitely just a trip. Because remember, I went there originally for Money 2020, right? And what I saw when I landed there, I was basically contacted by a few friends that were there, and they're like, "Hey, man, you know, what are you doing in Vegas? I saw you here." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm here for Money 2020." And they're like, "Oh, you're not here for Tokenize?" And I was like, "What the heck is Tokenize?" Because I just haven't heard of it before. I wasn't in that clique of people. And then like, "Hey man, you have to come out here. I know you got Money 2020 events and stuff." As you can see, I was dressed for fintech. I was not dressed for the crypto bro thing. Like me wearing this a little bit more flashier. That's more of the crypto stuff I like to wear. But I was wearing my, you know, got my Versace glasses, which I found after like a year of them being in an old dusty laptop case. Too cheap to buy another pair, right? Because I knew they were in my house somewhere. But I was basically just invited to go there, take some footage, talk to a lot of people, kind of hear about the projects, and talk to you guys about them if I found anything of value that I saw. And there's quite a bit there, which I'll be talking about over this week here. But basically, where I'm sitting right here, or where I'm standing, this is the Michael Tyson Tiger Pit. And you can see on the left side or the right side, there's basically a little bit of a ledge here. And I know my face is blocking it a little bit here. So let me shrink my head down just a little bit. There we go. All right, so you can see the Tiger Pit. Now where the camera is at, there's like this little rim, and I'll show it to you guys as I walk around here. Everyone. So he had my mic and stuff. So as I walk around, you're going to see this like little green rim thing. If you look down that tunnel, there's going to be a long pole, and that's where the tigers are chained up, so they can walk around, but they're not hopping out of the enclosure because you can see the steps right there on the corner and stuff. It would be very easy for the tigers to actually escape this. So I use my new gimbal, see a little signal, and the gimbal starts to follow me, and then boom. It was lovely weather. I know it's hard to see because the gimbal was focusing on my skin color instead of like the blue sky. But look at this. Looking really good. Look at that Tiger Pit. It was a good time. Right? And see, there's the little railing right there. I know I can't show it to you guys, but it was great. I have other photos, and I'll upload them onto YouTube in a little bit. And then look at that. I mean, it was a freaking mansion party. Like, what the, again, I have been to a few mansions this year, and I don't really think too much of them because I guess I've just been to a few. And like in hindsight, like this year, I'm like, damn, like all of a sudden I thought going to mansions was a normal thing, which was not something that normally happened to me, right? Remember, I grew up in the freaking ghetto. This is not my lifestyle at all. However, I think because it was the Michael Tyson Tiger Pit, house, it just like opened my eyes like, damn, this is a really cool spot. This is a really cool event. A lot of people were there chilling out. I got there early so I can take footage before, everybody started looking around like, ooh, look at the Tiger Pit cage. Because, I don't want to do that with people just standing at me as I'm talking and walking around in circles. But basically my gimbal was watching me for a little bit. I was explaining some stuff and I was giving you guys some advice about Bitcoin, which leads me to what we're talking about over the past few days. Did you guys scale out anything over the past few days? Because I sure did. I was pretty transparent about that. I was like, I'm not doing it yet. And boom, I was able to scale a little bit. I still have some trades open on Bitcoin, of course, but that's not the main point. I was just happy that you guys were able to watch my content while I was in Vegas because I had to upload everything from my phone, which takes so much longer than uploading it from my computer. But you'll be happy to know I'm in the process of searching for a nice new laptop. The laptop I have behind me is kind of old and it doesn't really run too well. So I'm going to try to buy a new laptop that I can take wherever I need to go. And hopefully I can upload footage from my camera to my laptop onto the web a little bit easier. I'm just not entirely sure how that Vegas Wi-Fi is going to be honest. So we'll see. But yeah, it was absolutely a fantastic time. I think I just ended up standing there talking for a minute. Yeah. I mean, there was palm trees. You can see the massive wall to make sure just like the common folk don't get in or something like that. Huge gates, lovely property. I'll definitely have to show you guys more things. I don't know if I took other videos from this step here. I think I did. I mean, you can see that. You can obviously the photo right here. This may be one more. No, this is me sitting down with the Tiger Pit behind me. But let me play this very fast. Yeah, actually, I picked up the gimbal. There you go. There's a much better view of the Tiger Pit right there. So the gimbal, I have to get used to this gimbal. It's a little bit more difficult to use. But see right there, the pole. Right, and it had, like I said, it rained or something right there, but it was a little wet down there. But that's basically where I was standing earlier in the previous video. And the Tiger Pit, really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. So there's a reason I typically go to more crypto events than fintech events, because crypto is where all the cool stuff happens. Crypto is just the spot to be. So yeah, it was just a great time there. I just wish I knew about it earlier. That way I could plan for it a little bit more. I kind of like rushed over there. It's like a little bit out of town, like maybe 20 minutes outside of the strip. And I mean, I made it out there just fine. Yeah, definitely a good time. The host, Michael Turpin, was just absolutely amazing. He got food for everybody, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He got some like the best barbecue I ever had. It was freaking amazing. He also got some great pizza for everybody one night. It was just great food all the way around. The pool in the back was great. I have so many pictures. I have to upload them onto Instagram and Twitter. So if you guys get a chance, follow me on Twitter. You guys will see a lot of the photos there. But I don't even know if I actually I don't even know if I actually posted any of these, because I tried to post them, but X is so much worse at uploading videos, like so much worse uploading videos. No, 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 no. Nope. Okay, no, I wasn't able to push anything up there yet. So I'll see. But yeah, that just what a great time in Vegas. I cannot stress how great it was. I did lose some money, not gonna lie. I think I lost a little over $1,000, but sometimes you just have to lose some money while you're having fun. And I did actually have a lot of fun. I was just talking with a lot of people. I ended up, you know where I lost my money on? Blackjack. And I fucking hate blackjack. And I knew I was gonna lose money playing blackjack, and I shouldn't have. I was actually doing okay at craps, but my friends were losing money on craps. Like, let's go play blackjack. So what ended up happening was I put a couple $1,000s on the table. I lost $1,000 and I was like, you know what? I'm losing money here. I'm just gonna stop. And so I just stopped. Gave the dealer like $10 tip and chips and a $10 chip tip. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not. I raged quit. I was like, I ain't playing this shit no more. Yeah, I am not good at blackjack. I can't count as fast as other people because I was like literally trying to like, what is that add up to? You know, because the aces are different things. My brain breaks with that type of stuff. And I was like, okay, do I want to do this move while the dealer has a 9 and, you know, a 10 or, you know, one of those numbers, not both because you can't see the other card. But yeah, so I lost money in Vegas. That wasn't pleasant. But at the end of the day, I actually got a pretty good deal with my hotel because Capital One, with my little card, it was like, oh yeah, you can go to the link for like $18 a night. So I was like, shit, that's really cheap. So it was still a great trip. I'll have to see a lot of you guys down there eventually here. Maybe I'll meet more of you guys. We'll have like a cigar night at, regardless if you guys want to smoke cigars or not, but just like hanging out at the lounge outside. We'll have one during Bitcoin Las Vegas. I'll just set aside a night like just for hanging out with my people for a little bit, and it'll be like a 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock type of thing where we just hang out for a couple hours, smoke a couple sticks. Just chill, I mean, nothing crazy. And I think that'd be kind of nice, smoke a couple cigars and then just talk, I mean, I just enjoy talking. It's so much better. Benjamin, into the Cryptoverse guy, those massive, elaborate, great, freaking fantastic parties. I do not have that type of budget, but I wish I did. All of you guys would be invited. But yeah, it was definitely a good time. Have I been mining any Picoin? What's your thoughts on that? No, I haven't been mining it in years, man. I haven't seen much progress there at all. I think I have like maybe 15,000, 20,000 tokens. I have no idea what's going on over there, man. To be honest, I might as well forfeit. I don't care about it anymore. Like, even if they do find a way to get it going and things like that, who would want to buy that when you already have so much you can just hold and sell, if that makes sense? Like, as soon as I'm able to sell, I'm going to sell. I'm not going to buy and hope for it to pop up 50, 60%, then sell it. Then no, I'm just going to sell whatever I have because I've been holding on it for so freaking long, and I didn't have to do much work for it, of course, just mine it. And I have no incentive to do anything with that at all. It just has not been something where I've been like, oh, wow, I need to check on Pi every week. I need to check on that. It's just not been it. It's just not been in it for me so far. If anybody else wants to share their experiences with Pi, I'd be happy to hear about them because I just have not had the best one. It's not like it's been terrible, but like there's been no money made, no profit, no nothing. Just kind of time wasted thinking about it. Okay, sorry, making sure Loki's not behind me while I scoot around. All right, so this was a thing that I saw for Cointelegraph a few minutes ago here. Trump says if Bitcoin goes to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And this will lead into another video we're going to be watching because, again, I know a lot of people want Trump to win completely. I understand it. He is more pro-crypto than Kamala. But I do think we're going to see, no matter who wins, we are going to see more crypto regulation come upon us. It's going to happen. It's just, is that regulation going to be more stifling or is it going to give more clarity? That type of thing, right? So let's listen to this just very fast.
If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen. If crypto...
Right. So that's definitely a good thing to see right there. Now, this is from a video from Altcoin Daily. Let me just post this here. Let me go back over here. I think I like this view actually better for videos. Okay, it's a little zoomed in, but I think you guys get the point here, right? So let's listen to this.
I find this fascinating because for the first time ever, these crypto investors, they could really move the needle in a presidential election. And a key reason is that crypto has become increasingly more mainstream. How a candidate plans to approach the space could really impact their vote. So I want to put some numbers behind it because I'm always a business nerd, right? So on the anywhere between 7 and 21% of Americans have invested in crypto. So on the low end, that's 18
Right, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people here.
million people. On the high end, that's 50 million people, right? So any way you slice it, that's a lot. Of those, close to 75% said they're going to consider a presidential candidate's stance when voting. So look, this could really play a big role in battleground states. For example, the Stand with Crypto PAC is sending up what they're calling crypto advocates. In Arizona and Georgia, they already have more than 30,000 advocates. That's way more than the number of votes that Biden won in those states by. And because of those potential voters, right, the crypto money is flooding in like we have never seen before. The pro-crypto PAC Fairshake, it's raised over $200 million this cycle.
Okay, a lot of money flowing in. You know, politicians usually follow the money. But this PAC, I want to stress, it's not like it's just helping out Republicans because Donald Trump is more pro-crypto than Kamala Harris. What you actually see is they do actually a smart thing here, kind of what Sam Bankman-Fried did. He's going to give money to everybody and say, you're going to help us when the time comes to get a nice pro-crypto bill on the, passed. We're going to give you money now. We don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. If you're with us, you're with us. Just don't fucking betray us, or we're going to give money to your primary opponent down the road. It's that type of stuff, right? So I do think it's a good, simple thing that they're doing. But they're not just like all Democrat or all Republican. They are going to whoever is going to support them, which I kind of like.
Cycle. That's one of the top PACs in.
Remember, normally everybody thinks the other party's corrupt, but it's usually both parties are corrupt.
In terms of funds raised. So look, the takeaway here is if crypto owners are single issue voters, they could actually play a role in picking the next president.
Wow. I don't understand crypto at all. I at one point owned some crypto stock, and I couldn't tell why it was going up or down, and it made me feel all kinds of ads. Yeah. It was like, I can't do this anymore, so I'm out. Very interesting, though. We want to tuck in one more question. So is there a presidential candidate who is considered to be better for the crypto world?
So, look, I think it's a mix. Okay, so former President Trump has kind of styled himself as the pro-crypto candidate. He has put forth a number of policies, adding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, which, like, we hold gold, for example. He's also really focused on light touch regulation. I will highlight, like a couple years ago, he was saying crypto's a scam. So this has been a 180. The people that I'm talking to in the industry are saying, look, I don't know if he's really going to go through with this. VP Harris has not taken an official stance. She has met with industry leaders, but the Biden-Harris administration has been perceived as very anti-crypto by the industry. So I think a lot of the people that I'm talking to are saying, like, look, she hasn't come out and said anything to distance herself from that. So we're not really sure what the administration would look like. I'll leave you with this, though. Bitcoin, with President Trump's chances, it trends up. It's kind of like a meme stock. So that's something to keep your eye on.
Everybody you know has gotten rich off of crypto.
Okay. Watch that lady's face just now when she talks about the Bitcoin going up when Trump's odds of winning the election go up.
It trends
it's hilarious.
up. It's kind of like a meme stock. So that's something.
Wait for it.
To keep your eye on.
Everybody you know has gotten rich.
I love micro expressions. It's always one of the best things to watch. And it's because so many in the media, I mean, I understand they don't like Trump. I understand it. Trump is not going to be most people's cup of tea because he does say a lot of crazy stuff. But like, at least don't show it on the TV. You can't be biased. Can't be like that. But anyway, I would. What she just said at the very end, I do think Trump is going to be way more pro-crypto because he's way more pro-crypto business. So he's pro-Ripple, pro-CoinDesk, pro-Coin, what's the other one? What do I have on my phone? What do we all have on our phone? Let me see it. Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But yeah, he's more pro-crypto business. He's more pro-blockchain, I would say, than like Bitcoin itself. But he understands you got to give some to win the election. So, actually, I think this is a better way of saying it. Remember when I told you guys that maybe even just last week, If Donald Trump wins election, I don't think he will actually care that much about Bitcoin, but he will put somebody in charge in that department and say, hey, give them the regulation they need to get things done, make America the Bitcoin hub of the world, the blockchain hub of the world, and that's what they're going to do. He won't himself invest much time into it, at least personally, I don't think he cares that much about it, but I think because, people want it, he's just going to do that for the votes, which I think is fine. Like, if I want to vote for you, you better give me something. Something. Do you think we do it Monday or Tuesday into the election? It really depends on what happens before that at this point. I'm not expecting any crazy dumps besides some of the technicals we're going to be talking about in a second. But there is an opportunity, and again, it goes back to those moving averages that we love to talk about here. What's right here? I bought Doge last week on the Israel attack news that 12.9 sadly sold at 16 instead of the high. I mean, you made some money, right? Making money is all that matters when it comes to trading. And, again, that news stuff always, it does shake things up, though, so it's always so hard. The thing that I would say that I remember I sell too early, too, so it's something I actually have expertise in. Just, next time you're like, let me just sell 80%. Let me just keep 20% there just to see what happens. Because no matter what happens, you're going to walk with profit, maybe less profit, maybe more profit, but at least you've locked in that profit. So you're like, okay, you're happy. And you can kind of, you're in it without opening a new trade that can possibly go negative. I'll come out to Vegas to hang out. Let me know when. Yeah, I mean, it'll be, okay, so I'm very bad at this. Hold on a second here. Let me see. I got a lot of emails. Let me do this very fast. Let's go over here to Bitcoin. Let's put this on a 5-minute chart so we can watch it very fast. I'm just going to find a link here that I know I'm supposed to put up for such a long time, and I just forget so many things. Let me see. So, Bitcoin. Yeah, I got invited to Bitcoin Dubai, which should be pretty cool, but I'm not going. I need to redo my passport so I can actually fly. Bitcoin. Or maybe I should do... Which one was that? I have a link somewhere that I need to give to you guys to sign up for Money 2020, so I'm looking at the post from it. To sign up for Bitcoin Las Vegas. Now, the cool thing is you guys don't actually have to sign up for Bitcoin Las Vegas in order to hang out with me because you'd just be in Vegas anyway. I mean, you can get like I don't know how much tickets go for Vegas these days. I mean, not tickets, but hotels. You can find a hotel somewhere, with those resort fees, maybe around $50 a night. So it wouldn't be too crazy. Let's see. There we go. I think this is it. So what I can do is go over here to Telegram. And then I can go over here to the live stream once I find that. There we go. Now I got it. Okay, so let me do it after these. After Bolex. Let's go with that link. And let me say something like, come hang at Bitcoin Las Vegas 2025. And I'll put my link down right there. And then I think we're good to go. Just push this save. So now if you guys are looking at my stream here, and we go over here to me being live, right here. All right. Now if you guys go to the description, should be here now. This is if you want tickets. You don't have to buy tickets. But oh, okay. I don't want to edit it. I just want to be able to play the video. not edit. Okay, there we go. Right here under BYDFi, ZoomX weeks, right here at Hang Out Bitcoin Las Vegas, you're gonna see that. And if you click on this, you'll get a page where you can buy the tickets if you guys want to. So the festival pass right now goes for $323. This does get more expensive as it gets closer to the event. So if you guys do want to buy it, I'd recommend doing it sooner rather than later. They're usually going to have these like updates for you guys saying, hey, 5 more days until ticket prices go up, 20 days until ticket prices go up. So let me go very fast over to X here so I can show you what I'm talking about. Bitcoin Las Vegas. There you go, Bitcoin conference. So, yeah, Vegas is going to be huge. Don't miss the most important Bitcoin event 2025. Glad we took it today. I mean, it only has 8 likes, right? So people aren't thinking about it just yet, but they do reward you for buying the tickets early. And if you wanted to, I know the Bitcoin Mina is coming earlier, but Bitcoin 2025 right here. Early bird tickets, basically. Oh, it's going to be at the Venetian? Holy fuck, that's going to be massive. Again, Money 2020 was just the Venetian. That's going to be a fucking massive expo. They are going crazy. Okay, this gets you admission to days 2 and 3 of Bitcoin 2025, not day 1. Day 1 is the industry pass. It is much more boring. It is also a lot more expensive. You guys don't need this pass. But if you guys get this pass, don't show up on day 1. You can fly on day 1, relax in Vegas. Then on day 2, you enjoy Bitcoin Vegas, if you will. But if you get the ticket, they usually have this cool thing where, like, let's say I want one pass, the festival pass. You get a promo pad right here. You get 10% off because I've used my promo code. I worked it out with them, and so you hit apply, right? Oh, it's already done. Okay. Let's see right here. All right, you put your email address and everything like that. And, I wonder if they changed it. I wonder if they did change it. Or maybe it hasn't happened yet. Normally, you can get like 20% off by actually buying it with Bitcoin, if you will. I wonder if that's what's happening here. I'll have to ask. But yeah, basically you get a 10% discount, which is always kind of cool. But again, the closer this gets, the more expensive they get. So I'll remind you guys every now and again, but I don't want it to be like, oh, in order to smoke cigars with me, you have to have a pass or something like that. No. You could literally just go to Vegas and have me be a side part of your Vegas trip, and I'd be perfectly happy with that as well. Anything else here on their page? No, these are all the things happening in Dubai. Yeah, I'm not going to Dubai. I need to get a new passport, honestly. My passport's close to expiration. Okay, so we got through the Altcoin Daily stuff. Now let's go over here and check out Bitcoin, because again, this is just it's making people freak out maybe a little bit more than it should, because we dropped back down. But here's the monthly chart for Bitcoin, as you guys know. Let me open this up very fast to... What's the best way to show this to you guys? Probably the standard way, right? There we are. Okay. And maybe even this way, actually, just for my own sanity right now, because I want to have a large chart. Let's move my head over here. Let's shrink that down a little bit more. There we go. All right. So at this point in time, this is what's going on. We can already see that Bitcoin's been doing fine over the past few months. We're still moving up. We did hit this snag here, right? And we're currently in the process of trying to break out above that. Now, the Fibonacci level that we're trying to break out above and hold above, remember I have been stressing hold, is $72,359.72. That is where all the trouble lies. That's the point we are trying to break out and hold. Primarily on the weekly chart, and of course, if we can do on the monthly chart, it makes it that much easier, of course. You can see when we have those bullish months, it just typically keeps on going until we hit the next level. It may be that we break out sometime in November, then by December, we're chugging up again towards $100,000. It can definitely happen. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but we're waiting for it. One of the reasons we've been so bullish, including me, which is why I went long over here when a bunch of other people were saying, no, sell, sell, sell. There was actually a few of you guys in the comments. I don't know who they were. I think they were just like trolls or something like that. But like, no, Bitcoin's going to crash. Don't buy it like 65,000. It's going to crash down to like 50,000. And I was like, I don't think so. And that's all because of the weekly momentum here. And we saw Bitcoin go higher and higher until it kind of peaked this week at around $73,620, which is above that Fibonacci line like we were talking about. So what's been happening since then? Well, we're currently kind of still in that week, so nothing has happened since then. But we see that the MACD, stochastic, and RSI are still bullish here. We still have a good momentum. We're still above this trend line here that we were trying to break out above, which is kind of nice to see. But let me take that off because it's not important right now. We're still holding this order block here, and we're having issues with it. But I think because we were able to clear above it once, there's not going to be so much resistance the next time we attack. Really, the resistance comes with trying to hold this Fibonacci level and trying to break out and go a little bit more parabolic, if you will. So going over here, let's see. Going over here to the daily chart, you can see something a little bit different. We broke above the daily. Again, this is why I stress out the weekly so much. The weekly is always more important. And then we've come back down here to this small trend line here, starting from about October 10th, doubling down here on October 25th. And now, of course, we're over here November 2nd, this is the day here on the chart. For most of you guys, it might be still November 1st like it is for me. Well, on the East Coast, it actually is November 2nd. What am I talking about? But yeah. So right now, we're at a very perilous level of support. Are we going to be able to break out? We'll have to see. Typically, we do see a lot more volatility around this 20-day moving average. You can see the last time we got close to breaking down, there was a massive wick here over the past few days. We saw a move that was about 5% down for Bitcoin, or about $3,500. So far, again, we're making our move back down. We're going to try to hold here, and we could definitely still have a boost, but we're going to need to see some things before that boost happen. But again, with this bearish momentum that we've seen in the short term here, I don't want you guys to be surprised if sometime this week in Bitcoin ends up coming back down here towards like 66,400, 66,500. That's definitely a thing that can happen. The overall trend is still up. We are still looking strong. But again, even with this trend that we've had that's been going up for a while, we've had our fair share of just complete disasters before moving back up and moving back up and moving back up. So again, I think this is probably a better play for day traders here. For swing traders, I think it's more of a dollar cost averaging play with less leverage and kind of hoping that we go up. It's a little bit more risky, right, for the swing traders right now. We had a good swing trade opportunity here, a few days. It worked out beautifully. Good swing trade over here. Good, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excuse me, no, swing trade right here. Beautiful. I'm looking at the MACDs. Swing trade right here. Beautiful. Swing trade right here. Beautiful. Great. Multiple days. Right now, we're still bullish, but it doesn't look as good because we got the stochastic bearish and the RSI bearish. This one's, again, not the best. Same wasn't the best right here, and we still managed to go up. But I already have my positions open. We're going to double down into those a little bit later. We'll talk about that. But 4-hour chart here. 4-hour chart is still bearish. We are trying very, very hard to not fall down and crumble right now. We're trying very, very hard. For me, primarily, there are two ways you could do this, and I would say maybe the second way is just going to give you a little bit more confidence, and I think I'm waiting for that type of confidence before I make another trade because I have that luxury, because I already have multiple trades open. So you can see the MACD, stochastic, and RSI. Most of you guys might wait for that to crop back up and then take a buy and then kind of watch it go up. I would say that's the aggressive play to make right now. You could definitely make more money doing it, but I would say it's aggressive, and there's a little bit of a more risk than there needs to be. On the other hand, if we do have that 4-hour crossover on the MACD, stochastic, and RSI, where I think I might want to buy into this is if we actually have a breakout above this new trend line that formed. That's the thing that says, hey, that's why I'm looking to attack, because that breakout could, again, take us all the way back up here, go even higher, and that's the juicy part for me. So here's kind of my plan for right now, because I think something like that can definitely happen. I would classify this as a high risk play, not because of the technical analysis itself, but primarily because we're going into an election where literally like half of the country thinks that the world is going to end no matter who fucking wins the election. When in reality, we're going to be fine. I mean, life may be tougher for us, depending on, who wins and stuff like that. But we're not, the world's not going to end necessarily because of who's elected president. They said that about Trump already, and we were fine, right? Things were okay. I mean, we had COVID, but we all know that COVID came from the Wuhan lab thing. So again, the world will be fine no matter who wins. Kamala Harris, they say, we'll go into recession and stuff like that. I don't hear too much about the world ending type stuff. Maybe like the wars around the world will last longer. But, at the worst, the Middle East would have some crises and things like that. But maybe they can fix that. But again, it's going to be kind of testy for a little bit. The way the media, like you just talked about there from CBS, I think it was, or CNBC, the way they're talking about this is if Trump wins, you're going to see Bitcoin spike, and that very well may be the case. But if Trump loses, we could be heading for like $60,000 for all we know. It could be that devastating of a thing for Bitcoin. We really just don't know. So I want to stress to you guys, if you guys aren't ready to either make a good amount of money over the next few days or lose a lot of money over the next few days, again, you can have stop losses and stuff to protect yourself. Be very hesitant about even wanting to hop into this market right now. You guys don't have to. I'm talking about what I want to play with, but I'm already having to classify this as like more of an aggressive play because of just not even the technicals, just the election and what's going on, right? Which is, again, why I'm kind of creating these secondary scenarios. I'm saying, hey, it might as well wait for this to break out here, but this is going to be happening on Monday, the 4th, perhaps, maybe even the 5th, perhaps. It could be a whole shit show by then. Who knows? So just keep that in mind. Now, I kind of want to wait for that breakout to occur first. But let's say we are consolidating here. We have a breakdown and then we have a breakout sometime later on in the week. This time right now is primarily where I'm just dollar cost averaging a bunch of meme coins. And if I want to do a swing trade on a meme coin, I think it's better that I end up doing like a 5x leverage one and just kind of letting it sit, understanding that I could lose some money on it, right? Yeah, oh, you got an eye booger. Let me get that up. There you go. Okay, good boy. Yeah. So let me put this back here. So I do think that's going to be important for us right now. So let me walk through some of the altcoins that I want to buy for you guys here. So let's start off with BYDeFi because I think we should just go over some of the trades that we have. So we've only done a few trades on here because I only have like $1,000 on here. It's not really a lot, but you can still have some fun with it, right? So Big Time is up 19% right now on this particular chart. Reef is down 80%, and Cat is down 48%. So there are some things not doing so hot. What I want to do is stick to memes. I'm going to choose some of these tokens that have been doing okay today. Like, let's go with a little bit of Dogecoin here because Doge has been pretty good. Look at that. Look at that daily chart. Doge has been, it's been good. Was this the right time to buy Doge? Kind of remains to be seen. But I think we can do a $200 position on Dogecoin with a 10x leverage and just long it right here. I'll double down into that a little bit more. There you go. And then maybe one other one here because I have a smaller wallet to work with on this one. Maybe People Coin. People's usually been one of my favorite tokens to day trade. Not so much swing trade, but let me look at this weekly chart very fast. How's the weekly chart? That weekly chart looks like it could crumble at any moment. Or it's gonna, bounce up here and then have a breakout. Let's be optimistic here, right? There you go. So we got two new trades here. We'll see how they do. It's definitely a higher risk move right now, but I'm going to be holding these for a few weeks at least because I'm hoping for a larger breakout through the election, through all the chaos that happens. You guys know there's going to be chaos regardless. I could already see lots of protests happening in DC and things like that. We love to protest in this country, don't we? Now, as far as weeks is concerned, let me go back over here before I go to ZoomX. Before weeks is concerned, our weeks account is down about $260 right now, and it's primarily because of Pole, so Matic, which is not a meme coin, down, Cost, which is not a meme coin, which is down 96%, $96 or 138%, and PYR, which I don't even recall what PYR is. Can somebody remind me what that was? PYR. Please don't tell me it was a meme coin. Vulcan Forged has a $90 million market cap, so it's very high risk. Vulcan Forged. Maybe it is a meme coin. I don't know. Oh, it's a gaming one. Okay. So yeah, definitely high risk. I might have bought that one just for one of you guys actually, but that's fine. Let me get rid of some of this extra stuff before I forget all about it. You know, my computer gets slow no matter how much I paid for this stuff. It still gets slow after a couple years. Okay. Yeah, and it has not been doing particularly well. It looks like I had actually a positive day yesterday. That was actually really good. Let's see. Entry price was 263. Right now it's at 235. So I was profitable for part of yesterday, and then it came crashing back down. So, but again, it shows you how fast this thing can go, because it looks like I probably bought this way back over here, came down, within one day it got all that energy back. That's why I'm typically not too concerned about these types of moves. So again, there we go. And the things that are like making me money are Ponk, which is up 163%, Popcat, which is up 69%, and Cat, which is up 85%. Cos is down 138%, and Pol is down 68%. Those are my big losers at this point in time. I'm not going to double down into those. I'm just going to wait and see what happens, because they're already down over 100%. Well, at least Cos is. I'll kind of keep track of what happens and let you guys know. For this wallet, I think I want to add a little bit more meme coins here, but I'm just more of the meme coins that you can find only on, weeks, right? So let me go over here. I think I need to buy some. See, that looks like I could break down to. All right, let's just get a position open in here, though, I guess. All right. Let's go with Pepe. Pepe's been kind of underperforming, actually. If you guys look at the charts, look at the weekly chart. It hasn't been popping off as much. We saw that breakout right there. And it hasn't really moved at all. Not really at all, even though Bitcoin's been fine. You look at something like a Dogecoin here. Right? Dogecoin had its breakout. Right? Test, breakout. And you see how it tested again, but at least it kept on going up. That's kind of what I thought Pepe was going to do. And you could see that this cycle, not everything is kind of moving in unison here. And so when we look at things like Pepe now, just like kind of Bitcoin, we're at these kind of levels of support. So I'm going to choose for now, I'm going to choose to buy a little bit more. I think just $100. I'm not going to be as bullish as I am on some of the other ones here. Again, with the 10x leverage. And then as far as AI tokens are concerned, NMR, Fetch, Fetch is already down 5%. Fetch had a really good few weeks. Now that it's kind of come back down a little bit more here. I mean, how much has it come down the past few weeks after that initial pump? Yeah, it's down about 30%. I could justify spending another, $200 on this one? Not with the 20x leverage. Sneaky. They always adjust them. Sneaky. There we go. Open long. And then maybe another one. We did really good with that world trade a while ago. I wonder if I should just get more of the world token. You can see this is a weekly chart again, but you can see how it's already fallen down about 29%. I could justify a $500 position on this one. Again, with a 10x leverage, I think we'd be okay. Go along with this for a little bit longer. And these are going to be something I have to hold for about a month. Maybe just a couple weeks, we'll have to see. But this election could definitely fuck things up. But I expect to be dollar cost averaging some of these, because you can see that, just like a few other things, it's really close to support. We could easily see this breakdown over the next few days, especially going into the weekend here. And, I might have to buy back a little bit more to get the average down. It's a gaming token. Thank you. Yeah, I did not know about it. One of you guys told me to buy it a while ago. So there's a lot of stuff you guys tell me to buy that I just buy just to kind of see what's happening. It's not going to cost me too much money here. Let's go over here. Here's ZoomX, right? Let me see. First of all, with ZoomX, I actually put more capital in here. So let me do a $1,000 long on Bitcoin, just because I do believe Bitcoin will be fine down the road. I do need to make this larger, though, because the size of their things freaks me out too much. Is it going to let me? Settings, there we go. I need it to be like, yeah, 28. There we go. I need to have big numbers there. I got bad eyes right now. There we go. Okay, so let's click on that. 10x leverage. I think we're good to go. There we go. So we got one rolling right now. We'll kind of see how it goes. Let's see. What's the best way to add more to this though? Because I know they do have some good meme coins and stuff like that, but let's just go to all and kind of see what's moving. There's Rare up 39% today. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff here I think I could buy. Radium has been doing okay as far as volatility. Deep is new. I mean, I guess, why don't I just buy some new tokens? Moodang. Now, Moodang popped up a lot, so do I want to hop into that after it's already popped? That's a really big question. All right, that's a really good question. Especially at this big level of support where it's probably going to fall. I'm going to buy $20 worth because I think this probably will fall. But I'll open it so I could double down into it a little bit later. But I will buy some Moodang. Goat's been interesting. I made some money off of Goat. A lot of people I know made some money off of Goat, but you can see again it fell down quite hard over the past few days. Look at the hourly chart. I mean, it just came down quite hard. This one, I can justify $100 going into this one right here. $100, 10x leverage. Let's go long here again. What did I do here? See the maximum opening positions value. What did I push here? Let's see. Another increment to find, no BBOs, market. 200. There you go. Okay, that should be fine. Things have been messed up with my limit order there. Anything else here? I mean, I'll probably add more over time. 1000 cat, that could be interesting. Sundog. You know, the Tron tokens have not been doing so hot. I mean, this is an hourly chart, but look over here to the daily chart. The Tron tokens have not been doing hot at all, so I'll put 50 in here just to kind of see what's happening, but I don't really feel that strong about it, to be honest. So be careful if you want to copy me here. 1000 cat. Chess could be interesting. $50 into that one. And then no more Pole. We lost too much with Polygon already. Maybe Deep token. I can put in 200 into that one. See where that goes down the road. There we go. All right. Let's shrink that back down a little bit. Let's push Bitcoin back over here. And let's just kind of take off those drawings for just a little bit. There we go. All right. We could also have the sell the news event if Trump wins. Yeah, I mean, we could, but it would probably happen like 1 or 2 days after that type of move. Right now, the good thing for Bitcoin is that we actually have the momentum on our side. Where we usually have a lot of the sell the news events is when momentum is kind of dying off or there's some type of manipulation in the news. The last time we really had manipulation in the news, though, that was during the Bitcoin ETF announcement. And somebody was hacked and said, yeah, it's been approved, and it came back, it really wasn't approved. So you saw Bitcoin spike and then just freaking hit like a drop like a rock. When was that? I mean, it was back in like what, January or something like that, like way back over here. Yeah, you could see the mess that was going on here, right? Mess. But even still, right? During that mess, we still didn't break above that Fibonacci level. We did come pretty close to it, though. But I would say, yeah, anything's possible. It just seems like right now, the market seems to be doing fine. The more it believes Trump is going to win, But again, I would stress for everybody that thinks that comma is going to like destroy the entire Bitcoin market. For as much as Gary Gensler's tried to like hurt Bitcoin, hurt a lot of stuff within the crypto community, hurt the blockchain business community, as much as he's been trying to do that, Bitcoin's been able to thrive here. And that's because it's not just about America, it's because of what's happening around the world. And that is very crucial, I would say. We should get a group of guys and girls to go golfing when we meet up in Vegas. Dude, CT, I'm totally down for that. I just got to learn some golf first. I know you could probably help me out with a little the swing or something like that. I absolutely have no fucking clue how to play golf, but I would definitely be down for that. Especially because like right then the weather is going to be absolutely perfect. It's not going to be like that July fucking shit show. It'll be a lot nicer there, man. A lot nicer. Hi, Mike. I swear Ethiopia will be mining Bitcoin with as much being such a volatile region. I wonder what kind of impact it will have if they become a major player. I mean, they'd probably get attacked by some other country, to be honest, because countries usually don't, like, the major countries don't like other countries, like, becoming stable or good. Like, you saw what happened in El Salvador, man. They cleaned up their country. It looks so fucking nice. Now they got rid of all the criminals, all the gangs, all that stuff. It took a rough period of time, but they did it. Some innocent people were probably caught up with it, but that's a price apparently the locals were willing to suffer. Some of the locals, not all the locals, of course. And then they're working with Bitcoin. They're making a reserve. They keep on buying more and more and more. It could definitely change things up. I remember Bitcoin can buy as much America can buy as much Bitcoin as Bukele and El Salvador has gotten, like in all these years. They can do that within one day. Like, nah, shit, we're buying like $5 billion worth of Bitcoin now. They can just do that because they can print the money, right? I will say this. Like right now we're looking at Bitcoin. I would say it's still bearish. So we could definitely see it coming back down here. What did I say? Like 66,500 or something by tomorrow. It could definitely be a rough weekend here. Or something like that. I should say weekend, not just within one day. The moving average is going to work. You do hear about other countries facing different difficulties where maybe they should start putting a fraction of how much money they're making into Bitcoin. And I believe one of the countries I heard in Africa having some issues right now was I think it was Botswana. Botswana was one of the things I was thinking about. Let me see. Was it Botswana? Yeah, this is from African Business. Diamonds aren't forever. Get it? Diamonds aren't forever. Botswana looks beyond mining. So the value of diamonds is going down because they've been making those artificial diamonds for a good amount of time now. As somebody who does want to get married one day, I mean, I'm not the type of guy that's going to just go all out fucking crazy for an expensive diamond if I can get something that looks just like it. And, I'm not going to marry the type of woman who wants to just have like this big fat diamond on her finger. She would rather have like an all-inclusive luxury, like 2-month honeymoon period where we just don't have to do fucking anything. You know what I mean? I mean, see, as a streamer, I'd be like, shit, what the fuck do I do during that time? But you get what I'm saying, right? It's like, what are they going to do? So they have to find another way. They should probably do some, solar mining and solar plants basically, and just start mining the fuck out of Bitcoin. They'd make more money. You know what I mean? And have investors come in there and say, hey, we're going to help you out, get some of the proceeds, we'll bring some jobs over here. It's all manufacturing, it's all mining and stuff like that. And maybe diamonds can be used to somehow help Bitcoin, maybe, because isn't there like just one company that basically just owns all the fucking diamond rights in the world? It's they own a bunch of other shit, but it's like De Beers or something like that. De Beers, something like that. But yeah, they actually probably have it here, some of the name. Botswana. Let's see. Competition from labs, losing its shine. Political violence, visible beliefs. Let's see. Diversification. Okay, I don't know. I always like when they have guys like this write about African news, but I feel like they're from South Africa or something like that. But yeah, so that's kind of some of the stuff going over there. Cat Dog is a great choice. Did they have Cat Dog on there? Let me check out over here. Cat Dog. Not here. If they have some, I'll try to find it. I see Cat. Let me just go to all. I was in the news, so Cat Dog. Not there yet. I see cat. I see one cat. I see 1,000 cat. I see catty, 1,000 cat. Oh, 1,000 cats, and then 1,000 cat, and then pop cat. If it does show up, let me know, and I'll actually buy some just to kind of see where it goes. I don't think that'd be bad at all. And then let me go over here and check BYDFi because they all kind of have different tokens. And let me just double check Cat Dog. No, it's not in here either. Nope. Okay. If it does show up, I'll definitely end up buying it though. I think it'd be fun to. I want to buy as many meme coins as possible, just as responsibly as possible. That's the hard thing here. Let's see. Love us Nori's on time. Hoppy to leapfrog Pepe. So I do own Hoppy. I do own a few $100s worth of Hoppy. I do like it, but I don't necessarily trade it with futures. I only own it on crypto.com. I only own crypto.com. Cat Dog is on a weak spot. Oh, that's why weak spot. Okay. I mean, what I'll probably do is I'll just end up buying it on crypto.com then. For whatever reason, no matter what the exchange is, I typically don't like buying spot tokens on exchanges like Weeks or ZoomX or anything. And the reason comes down to whenever you have the trade open, it doesn't have all the information like you bought it at this price, your profit is this. I don't like not seeing that. It really hurts. Whereas when I'm on crypto.com, what I CCT is I'll see like, hey, you bought it here. This is the profit you're getting from it. And it just makes me feel like, oh, I don't have to go searching for that information. I don't know why they do it like that, but it is always very, very fucking interesting right there. But I'll definitely have to buy some tonight on crypto.com. Maybe on the cigar lounge or something. Do you think Bitcoin will dump a pump after the first official poll is released? Official poll? Like an exit poll? Oh, dude, I have no idea. I have absolutely... Like, I don't trust the media and I don't trust polls like just myself. So I really not the best person to ask. Like, I'm not saying every pollster out there is like evil, like, oh my God, we're going to try to fudge the numbers and stuff like that. I do believe there's just so much bias these days in the leaders who kind of format everything and decide the questions that they're going to get the answers they're looking for, right? And that's why you always kind of see this thing with Trump for whatever reason that every time Trump runs for an election, he always does much better than the polls expect him to do. And that's because most of Trump's voters just don't like these questions or they don't want to even talk to these people because typically the questions are just kind of a little more one-sided. I don't know. Like, I believe if the polls are accurate right now, and I'm not talking about like they still have that same effect, I believe Trump would win a lot of these battleground states. But honestly, I have no fucking idea. Like, Trump could lose this election, Kamala could win this election or lose this election as well. It's all up in the air for me. Like, I have no idea. If I was to guess, I would say Trump because they said a lot of his voters are people that don't normally vote. And a lot of people saw him get like the 2 attempted assassination attempts, the kind of stuff going on in the media. Because, again, if you're a liberal, I know you don't like Fox News or News Nation, all these other things. If you're a conservative, I know you don't like MSNBC. I would encourage you guys to not like any of them. Right? But my point being, there's just going to be so much chaos over the next week. It's going to be crazy. During the election night, I don't even know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I'm not going to be streaming it because I just know that the comment section is going to be turned into a fucking shit show. Maybe Meet Kevin will be a good place for you guys to go and watch the election. I think I'm going to go like grab a hamburger or go get myself some dinner or something and just kind of enjoy my night. Because I guarantee, like, the next day I'm going to be talking about so much shit as far as election, what it means, all that type of stuff. I may be tweeting in real time. Maybe I'll do that, but I do not want to get sucked into all that shit because what we're going to have to do during an election stream is watch CNN, watch Fox News, watch MSNBC, and I'm going to be calling out all their fucking bullshit all night long, and it's not going to be fun for me at all. It's not going to be fun for me at all. And actually, I was talking with CT actually, a couple days ago now, and I was explaining to him, and I've explained it to a few other friends of mine in the space here. YouTube doesn't let me post as much political content as I want. So I've been testing this back and forth. You guys know Opus Clip is a sponsor of mine, and I promote a lot of short form content videos for you guys, right? And in the beginning, I used to do a lot of Kamala Harris videos and a lot of Trump videos. And there'd be a lot of people making fun of Trump or be making fun of Kamala Harris. Like, I have a new short that has like over 100,000 views, and it's about Trump not peeing during his talk with Joe Rogan. And like the most common comment in there is like, "Oh my God, Trump has a fucking diaper. That's why he didn't have to pee during the Joe Rogan 3-hour interview." And I just fucking died laughing because it's fucking hilarious. Trump in a diaper. It's just kind of funny. And then the same thing with Kamala. They can make some really hilarious jokes about Kamala Harris as well. But if I go from Trump content to Kamala Harris content, the views go from like tens of thousands to like 100, 200, 300. And if I do a lot of posts about Kamala Harris and they build up to 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, when I do a video on Donald Trump, they go down to 200, 300, 400. I got to build it back up, which is incredibly stupid because I know YouTube has an algorithm, and I know that algorithm knows that there are Kamala supporters and there are Trump supporters. It should give my Kamala Harris content to the Kamala Harris supporters. It should give my Donald Trump content to the Donald Trump supporters, and vice versa, because there are a lot of people who like to hate on the other candidate. I mean, the best comments, if you guys go look at my shorts, are the Trump supporters in the Kamala videos and the Kamala supporters in the Trump videos, because they just go back and forth and they're just so fucking heated. It's just very interesting to kind of watch and hear their arguments and how they try to smash at each other, basically. But yeah, so I've had to stick with only Trump stuff because, again, Trump is better for views than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris doesn't really say much stuff from speech to speech to speech. As the media puts it, Trump goes off the rails. So he'll talk about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but then a whole other rail, he'll like, maybe a little bit of B, maybe a little C, but then he'll go Z, X, Y, T, W, X. You know what I'm talking about? It's just much more content out there for me to put, and I like that a lot. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. At least once the election's over, I can focus on whoever won, and that'll just make my life so much easier. But we'll have to see how that works out. On election day, just pray and smoke a joint for our future. Probably for the best, man. That's how it's going to be. And hey, Hurrah, I'm happy to see my man. Oh, we're just ending the stream here too. But to sum everything up, guys, Bitcoin right now is going to be very volatile as we kind of head through the election. We're seeing a little bit more bearish momentum on the daily charts, even though the weekly charts are still going strong. So don't be surprised if Bitcoin does end up breaking down below $67,000 by the end of the day today or tomorrow. This weekend is going to be much more volatile, and I do want you guys to understand that. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, I took a couple swing trades with you guys over the last few minutes as far as different meme coins out there. They're fine. I think it's okay to kind of sit back a little bit and not do so much trading because of the election. If you guys do want to trade, I'd really wait for something more substantial coming from the 4-hour chart, because we've basically been volatile as hell. And again, imagine you guys tried to short this. We had a sell signal right here that ended up working out if you want to do the Fibonacci stuff, or not Fibonacci, change of character stuff. You guys can see that Wednesday at the 30th at 9 p.m. we had a sell signal right here. That could have helped you out right there as well. Well, again, look at this. We found the support level from, back over there to back over here to where we are now. Look at that spike. We saw Bitcoin go from around $69,000 all the way back up to like 71.5. This is not like an easy time for traders out there. So let's say you try to short right here or something like this, or short right here because you have a new breakdown. You're kind of set, and boom, all of a sudden you're stopped down in a hurry, because if you're taking a short right here, your stop loss is going to be here or here. It's just not really worth it at this point. I'd rather let this shit, like whatever shit's about to go down, let it happen, and just kind of wait for the breakout right here, and I'll be much more confident about taking that trade rather than this trade right here. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be good. And CT, and for a lot of other you guys as well, I used to give away, some of you guys have been around for a while, you guys know I used to give away that free trading journal. I'm going to give it away again here. I just need to find the file. It's somewhere in my one of my drives, so I'll share it with you guys tomorrow again. I will be streaming a lot more. I will be doing a lot more content here, so just get ready for that. But yeah, just get ready. For Bitcoin right now, just let it sit for a little bit. I mean, I would say a lot of people are pretty bullish on Bitcoin still. I think I'm bullish on the weekly charts as far as Bitcoin's concerned, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have to do a little bit of a shakeout here. So I'm cautious. I'm just kind of waiting. And like, I guess maybe the most blunt answer I can give you is like, I'm not too confident about what the fuck Bitcoin's going to do next. Normally I'm pretty confident, right? I'm just not the most confident here. And when I'm not that confident, I don't fucking make trades. So I can see the bearishness. I can kind of see it. I can see Bitcoin making a sharp move down here sometime tomorrow morning or even tomorrow afternoon. But, you know, I'm not so sure that I'm going to be actually opening up a trade right now because of it. But sure enough to take small, long trades here because I think I might have to do a little bit of dollar cost averaging tomorrow as well. So we'll see. But anyway, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be putting out more content. I have been enjoying putting out more content. It just depends on how long it takes my phone to update it. But as I'm kind of like traveling around and doing stuff, I'm just going to start recording myself. I've kind of given up on having the large amounts of views for now until I can get kind of more of a structured way of making content, and that's fine by me. But I'd rather just kind of put out content as I find stuff and as I see stuff. That way you guys can kind of see what my thoughts are and things like that. Yeah, have a good Friday, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. My sister's back in town, so it's going to be a little bit more hectic, but, you know, I'll find a way to get you guys